Okay, so we will discuss today the remaining topics for vectors. So we will start with the distance and displacement. So distance, the length of the actual paths traveled, while the displacement is the length and direction of the change in position measured from the starting point. Let's have this example. Okay, the path that the teacher traveled is 40 meters going north, 50 meters going east, 40 meters going south, and 50 meters going west. So, ang sabi, the total distance traveled is the sum of all distances. Okay. So, ang ibig sabihin yan, kapag distance ang hinahanap natin, we'll just add all the traveled made. Okay? So, 40 plus 50 plus 40 plus 50. Okay? So, we will compute 40 plus 50 plus 40 again plus 50 equals to 180. So, the distance is equal to 180. Okay? Inad lang po yan. Kapag distance, just add all. Okay? Next, pag displacement naman po. Kapag displacement, ano kaya ang displacement na nitong example na to? Tignan nyo mabuti. 40 meters north, and then bumalik ng 50 meters east, puntang school, and then 40 meters south ulit. And then, nag-travel siya ng 50 meters west. So, galing siya sa house, bumalik siya sa house. What is the displacement? Okay, so the displacement is 0. Ibig sabihin, bumalik siya kung saan siya nanggaling. Okay, nanggaling siya sa house, travel siya 40 meters north, and then 50 meters east, and then sa school yon, and then from school, nag-travel siya 40 meters south, and then another 50 meters west. So, the starting point and the end point ay iisa. So, that is the displacement. So, ibig sabihin, when the starting point and the end point are the same, it means displacement is 0. Maliwanag po ba? Again, distance, just add all the travel that was made. Yun po ang magiging sagot sa distance. Kapag displacement, when the starting point and the end point are the same, it means the displacement is 0. Bumalik siya kung saan siya nanggaling. Bali, umikot lang siya. Maliwanag po ba? So, that is the difference between distance and displacement. So, now, we will identify how to get the sum of vectors. Okay? So, kapag kukuha ng sum ng vectors, kailangan head to tail. Okay? For example, we have yan. Yan, tail. And then this one. Okay, so this is vector P, vector I, and vector A. Okay? So, we have 3 vectors dito. Sabi natin head to tail lagi. So, alin ba dito yung may head to tail? So, ito po. The vector P plus, kasi sum of vectors plus ano yung head to tail niya? The vector I. So, we will get ang ating magiging sum I equals vector A. So, yan po ang magiging kalalabasan niyan. Okay? Vector A, kasi hindi siya kasama dahil naka-head to head, naka-tail to tail tayo. So, dapat head to tail. Ito yung tail, head, and then another tail dito na nakakarugtong, and then head. Okay, kita yan? Yan po. Head to tail, head, tail, head, another. Ang karugtong ay tail, and then head. Dito kasama kasi tail to tail, head to head. Okay, another example. Let's have okay. So we have vector A, vector T, and then vector E. Okay? So ano ba dito? Sabi natin head to tail. Pag head to tail, tingnan natin ano ba yung naka-head to tail. Vector A, meron tayong tail dito, head dito. Vector E, meron tayong tail dito, head dito. For vector T, tail dito, head dito, pero ang katabi niya ay tail din. Ang katabi niya dito, head din. So, ang ating magiging sagot ay, for this example ay vector T is equal to the sum of vector A plus vector E. Ayan po, head to tail. Maliwanag? Okay po. So, ayan po yung ating for the remaining topic ng ating vectors. Okay. So, for getting the resultant vector, kailangan muna nating, of course, isulat ang ating mga cardinal directions as well as ating Cartesian plane. Okay? So, gagawin natin guide to mamaya. So, we have the north, south, east, and west as our cardinal directions. We have the quartile 1, wherein we have both positive x and y. The quadrant 2, negative x and positive y. We have the quadrant 3, negative x and negative y. And the quadrant 4, wherein positive x and the negative y. Okay, so now let's try to solve for the resultant vector based on the given. So, ang ating D1 ay 2 centimeters is, okay. Ang ating D2 ay 3.5 centimeters and 22 degrees north of east. Excuse me. Then we have the D3, wherein 2.3 centimeters and this is 32, yan. And this is 22 degrees west of north. Okay? So, yan ang ating given. So, ang ating required ay the dr, which is the resultant vector. So, ito na ang gagawin natin. So, we will do a table. Okay? Yan. Table like this one. Para mas madali nating ma-identify. So, we have here the D1. We have here the X and the Y. So, we have here D1, D1, D2, and D3. And we have here the DR. Ayan. So, balik tayo dito sa taas. So, this is the X and this is the Y. Okay? So, balik tayo dito. For our given 2 centimeters east, saan siya along? Sa X or sa Y? Ang east ay nandito. So, siya ay nasa X. Okay? So, isusulat natin dito 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters kasi meron ba siyang Y? Wala. Because east lang naman ang nakalagay. Okay? So, next. Okay? Okay. So, to solve the following, para sa ating D2 and D3, always remember, kapag along the Y, or along the X, ang gagamitin natin ay cosine. Kapag along the Y, we will use the sine. Okay? Ito po. So, paano ba yan? Okay. So, since 0 naman ang ating Y for the given number 1 sa ating D1 kasi east lang naman siya. Wala namang siyang north or south na nakalagay. So, wala siyang Y-axis. Okay? Kaya 0. Let's proceed for the D2. Ang D2 ba, merong X and Y axis. Meron siyang north, so meron siyang Y axis. Meron siyang east, so meron siyang X axis. So, let's try to solve. Okay, ganito po siya. Ipa-plot sa inyong calculator. So, 3.5. Ayan po. 3.5. Again, X muna tayo. Kapag X ang ating isa-solve, we will use the cosine. Okay? So, 3.5 cosine. Ayan. And then, we will enter the degrees. So, in this case, we have 32 degrees. So, 32 degrees equals, we have 2.9. So, mag-round up tayo. Okay? 2.9 magiging 3. Okay? So, we have here 3.0 cm or 3 cm. Okay? Again, kasi ito po ay north. Ito po ay meron siyang east. So, meron siyang x-axis. Kapag x-axis along the x, gagawin natin ay cosine. Again, paano nakuha? 3.5 centimeter. And then, 32. So, along the x muna tayo. So, meron siyang east, cosine, and then the degrees. 32 degrees. So, we have 2.96. Pero mag-round up tayo sa whole number. So, ito ay magiging 3. So, we have here for the x-axis, we have the 3 centimeters. Maliwanag po? Okay, next. Let's proceed to the y. Since ang y ay meron, north is in the y-axis. So, kapag along the y, we will use sine. Same process. 3.5, sine naman kasi nasa y-axis tayo. Sine, and then the degree, 32 degrees equals 1.8 for 1.9. So, again, mag-round off tayo. We have 2 centimeters. Okay? So, whole number tayo mag-round off dito. So, we have 2 centimeters. Maliwanag po ba? Again, for the D2, meron po siyang north. Ang north ay along the y-axis. Pag along the y-axis, we will use the sign. Excuse me. So, ang gagamitin natin ay 3.5 centimeters. Sign, since this is, we are solving for the y-axis. Sign. And then, 32 degrees. That's given po yan. Yan. Equals 1.8. So, tayo ay mag-round off sa whole number. We have 2 centimeters right here. Okay? Next. Okay, let's proceed for the D3. D3 naman, meron tayong west and north. Of course, kapag west and north, we have north here, the y-axis, and we have west, the x-axis. Right here. Pero ang west po ay nasa negative side. So, ang magiging sign natin dito sa ilalim ay dapat negative. Okay? Okay, north dito, positive. Nasa taas. And then, yung ating west ay negative x. So, dapat negative din ang ating sign dito. Okay? So, let's solve. Let us solve. 2.3. Again, x along the x. Kasi ito ay west. Cosine. 2.3. Cosine. 22. Ayan po. In degree. 22 degrees. 2.13. Dapat dito ay negative 2. Ito lang kasi 1 dito. So, hindi natin madadagdagan ng 1 dito. Okay? So, it will remain as 2 cm. Okay? And the next. For the y naman, y again, we have the sign along the y. Okay. So, same process pa din. 2.3. Since along the y, tayo ay sine. Very good. 22 degrees. Tayo ay 0.86 centimeters. Okay? So, ayan na po. Nakuha na natin yan lahat. So, again, dito, along the x-axis, kasi sa ating given, merong west along the x-axis, pero negative ang sign kasi ang ating west ay nasa negative na x based sa ating quadrant. Okay? And then, since along the x, we will use cosine. So, 2.3 cosine 22 degrees. We got negative 2.0 or negative 2 centimeters. For the y, we have the north. North dito, positive yan. So, we have also here positive sign. So, 2.3 sine, kasi along the y, ang sinasolve natin, sine 22 degrees, we have 0.86. So, ngayon, we will add all of it. Okay? 2 plus 3.0 plus negative 2.0, we have 3 centimeters. Okay? Add natin to. 0 plus 0.86, we have 2.86 or 3 centimeters as well. Okay? Ayan na po, meron na tayong resultant vector, pero hindi pa dyan natatapos. Okay? To get the resultant vector, kasi ito, sinasolve natin to get the magnitude. Okay? Pero dahil sabi natin ng vector po ay magnitude and direction, so hindi pa tayo tapos. Okay, to get the magnitude, okay, we will apply the Pythagorean theorem. So magiging ganito siya. Okay, so the formula of Pythagorean theorem is c squared is equal to square root of a squared plus b squared. Okay, so meron din dito. We'll put the 3cm squared plus 3cm squared. So we will solve it using our calculator. So square root 3 squared plus 3 squared equals 4.24. So we will use 4 centimeters. Okay, so sa whole number tayo titingin lagi since 2 ang nasa tabi niya. So we will retain the 4. So we have 4 centimeters. So our resultant vector here is 4 centimeters. Maliwanag po. Now, magnitude pa lang ang meron tayo. Centimeters pa lang. Meron pa dapat tayong directions. Okay, direction. Since ang vector po natin ay magnitude and direction. Okay, to get the direction, to get the direction, ang gagawin natin ay tan. Okay, or arctan. Ganito po siya. So, ang ating tan ay, or yung ating SOHCAHTOA, So, tayo ay nagamit na natin kasi si sine kanina and si cosine. So, we will use now tangent. So, TOA, opposite over adjacent tayo. Diba? Ganyan po yun. So, lagi dito, we will use, hindi naman lagi, pero kasi para hindi tayo maguluhan, okay? So, ang gagamitan dito is y over x. Okay? Ating substitution para dito ay y over x. So, we will use the arctan. So, for the tangent, arctan is equal to O over A or y over x. So, saan po natin kukunin yung y over x? Dito po. Okay? We have the x, yung ating nakuwang sagot. We have the y, yung ating nakuwang sagot. Okay? So, we will get now the direction. Para makuha ang direction, substitute lang natin. We have 3 over 3 as well. Okay? Pero pag in-enter natin yan sa ating scientific calculator, we will use this. So, arctan, para makuha yung arctan is shift and then tangent. Para tan negative 1 ang lumabas, imbis na tangent lang. Again, para makuha ang arctan, okay, shift and then press tan. So, dapat ganito po yung lumabas. Okay? So, we will enter now our y over x. So, we have 3. Sa baba ay 3. So, we have now 45. So, i-direction natin kanina based sa ating given ay degrees. So, 45 degrees. Okay, now. Yan. 45 degrees direction kasi natin dito sa given ay naka-degrees po siya. Okay, next. We will now combine yung sagot natin kanina for the resultant vector here, the 4 centimeters. So, ang ating resultant vector, the final answer for the resultant vector is 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters, 45 degrees, and then we will get this one. north of east. Ayan na po ang ating final answer. Maliwanag po ba? So, I will attach a picture of this one, yung ating solution, at the end of the video para makita po ninyo. Okay po?